Have you ever noticed that the moment you walk into a room, your dog does this big, exaggerated stretch, front legs stretched out, back arched, maybe even a little tail wag? It almost looks like they're doing a downward dog pose just for you. But here's the thing, this isn't just a casual stretch. It actually means something. Dogs use their body language to communicate, and stretching when they see you is one of those little behaviors that actually has a deeper meaning. And no, it's not just because they're sleepy or stiff. In fact, there are several reasons why your dog might be doing this, and today we're going to break down every single one of them. Number 1, it's a sign they're happy to see you. One of the most common reasons a dog stretches when they see you is simply because they're happy. This is what's often called a greeting stretch or a happy stretch, and it's their way of saying, "Hey, I'm glad you're here." Think about how dogs show excitement when they reunite with someone they love. Some dogs wag their tails like crazy, some jump up on their owners, and some, even though it seems more subtle, stretch. It's their version of a big, relaxed smile. This behavior is similar to how dogs might jump on you when greeting you. When dogs jump up, they're trying to get closer to your face because that's how they interact in their world. They want to sniff you, take in your scent, and gather information about your day. While stretching doesn't get them physically closer, it's still part of that excitement-filled body language that happens when they're happy to see you. So, if your dog stretches every time you walk through the door, take it as a compliment. They're not just loosening up their muscles, they're expressing their joy in a calm, non-jumpy way. Number 2, it's a play invitation. Ever seen a dog do that classic bow where they stretch their front legs forward, lower their chest, and keep their rear up in the air? That's a universal dog signal that says, "Let's play," and stretching when they see you could be a variation of that. Dogs communicate their desire to play through body language, and stretching can be one way to get you engaged. Dogs get what's called the zoomies frenetic random activity bursts. When they have a ton of energy to burn, these sudden bursts of running and spinning around often happen when dogs are excited, like after seeing you after a long day or being let outside to play. So, if your dog stretches when they see you and then immediately starts wagging their tail or running around, they're probably gearing up for some fun. It's like they're warming up for whatever activity they expect to come next, whether it's fetch, a walk, or just some belly rubs. Number 3, it feels good, physically and emotionally. We all stretch after a long nap or sitting in one spot for too long. It feels good, right? Well, dogs feel the same way. When they stretch, they're loosening up their muscles, getting their blood flowing, and waking up their body. But it's not just about feeling physically good. Stretching can also be a way to relieve tension. Dogs lick their owner's feet to gather information using their Jacobson's organ, but also because licking can be a soothing, stress-relieving action. Stretching works in a similar way. It's something dogs do to shake off stress and make themselves feel more comfortable. So, if your dog stretches when they see you, they might just be using it as a little physical and emotional reset. It's like their version of taking a deep breath and saying, "Okay, time to relax." Number 4, it's bonding behavior. Stretching in front of you might seem like just a random habit, but in reality, it's a sign of trust. In the wild, a dog wouldn't expose their body like that unless they felt completely safe. Dogs sleep on their backs when they feel extremely comfortable. Sleeping belly up exposes their most vulnerable areas, their belly and throat. So when a dog sleeps this way, it's a sign that they trust their environment and the people in it. Stretching works in a similar way. If your dog does a big stretch in front of you, it means they're totally at ease. They don't feel the need to be on high alert or tense. Instead, they can fully relax and let their guard down because they feel safe around you. Number 5, they're getting ready for some activity. Dogs don't just stretch for no reason often. It's because they're preparing to move. If your dog stretches as soon as they see you, it could be their way of gearing up for action. Dogs scratch the ground after going to the bathroom as a way of leaving scent marks. They're preparing their space and making it clear that they were there. In the same way, stretching could be a way for your dog to prepare for what's coming next, whether it's a walk, playtime, or even just moving to a different room. If your dog stretches when they see you and then immediately starts following you around or heading toward the door, it's a good sign they're ready for whatever's next. Number 6, it's just part of their daily routine. Not every stretch is about you, sometimes it's just a habit. Dogs stretch throughout the day, especially after sleeping or resting for a while. So if your dog stretches when they see you, it could just be a coincidence. Maybe they were already planning on stretching, and you just happened to walk in at the right time. However, if they do it every single time you see them, it's probably tied to one of the other reasons like happiness, trust, or excitement. Number 7, they want your attention. Dogs are smart. If they've noticed that stretching in front of you gets a reaction, maybe you smile, pet them, or talk to them, they might start doing it more just to get your attention. Dogs chase their tails when they're bored or trying to get attention. Some dogs even develop compulsive behaviors because they know it makes their owner react. So if your dog stretches dramatically in front of you and then gives you a look like they're waiting for a response they might be doing, it's just to get you to focus on them. And honestly, who could blame them? Number 8, they're copying instinctive behavior from puppyhood. Believe it or not, some of your dog's habits, including stretching, can be traced back to their early puppy days. Puppies lick their mother's face to ask for food and attention. This kind of learned behavior doesn't just go away as they grow up. Instead, they carry some of these habits into adulthood in different ways. Stretching might be one of them. When puppies wake up and see their mother, they often stretch as part of their natural waking up process before seeking her out for food, comfort, or play. If your dog stretches every time they see you, it could be a leftover instinct from puppyhood, a subconscious way of saying, "Hey, I'm awake, I see you, and I'm ready for whatever comes next." Number 9, it could be a way to relieve stress. We've already talked about how stretching feels good physically, but there's also another layer to its stress relief. Dogs sometimes develop habits like chasing their tails or licking their feet when they're feeling anxious or overstimulated. Stretching can work in a similar way. If your dog stretches when they see you, it could be their way of transitioning from one state to another, from being alone or resting to suddenly engaging with their favorite person. This is especially true if your dog tends to stretch when you come home after being away for a while. They might have been feeling a little restless or unsure while you were gone, and that stretch could be their way of releasing that tension and resetting their mood. So the next time your dog stretches when they see you, pay attention. It's not just a random habit. Whether they're happy, inviting you to play, feeling relaxed, or just getting ready for some fun, that stretch is telling you something. At the end of the day, it's a sign that your dog feels happy and comfortable around you. And honestly, what more could you ask for? And that's all for today. If you found this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of these kinds of videos. Thanks for watching.